discharged from the hospital within a period of 3 days. Offense is registered under section 326 and not under section 307. Trial may take its own time.
Please, that
And as indicated, one of the main accused has been concerned by.
Yes, where is that?
please, ma'am. The
Co-accused.
allegation that he is cut the finger.
Namely, so and so is enlarged out by on bail by this court by the orders and no reference list. Hence on the ground of failure.
Please, the
Serial number 102, Mr. S.S. Trivedi, Mr. Tushar Chaudhary.
this is a regular bill after the charge sheet. Military offense under the Pocso.
So
Age of the victim is 15 years 7 months.
your age,
23 years. My lord.
married or unmarried?
Unmarried, my lord.
Where is her statement?
My
Yes,
lordship,
she said that
my lordship, that what
धाक
happened.
धमकी थी so and so संबंध बांधेल page 36A.
My lordship, they are just to be for the 2 hours within a vehicle, my lordship. Whenever they just come back, the fathers and the relatives are just to be seen together. And later on, my lordship, after the 3 days, they had just filed that complaint, my lordship. The relevant line, my lordship, they are just known to each other.
Where
It
is
is
the
just to be
statement
stated
of
as that.
victim?
Victim is just to be statement, my lordship. That is in an FIR, it is described by the father.
This is after charge sheet.
It is up
तेनु statement लिखो से नहीं क्या से?
to my lordship, but it is the extract is there. I'm with the charge.
Trivedi request for.
I'm with the I'm having a copy of that. If lordship permit.
तो आपको ना? Yes, she was taken in a car. She has not asked for help or something. She does not say that I screamed and
No, nothing is.
got
Even my lordship.
धमकी आपी.
One more.
Yes,
My lordship, prior to that, my lordship.
he will not
question was-
enter that
No, no, my lord.
district for 6 months.
Here,
Please,
my lord,
please.
prior to this FIR, the present applicant was involved in the offense of 307. He was the main accused.
He was a
So, my lord,
co-accused, my
he
lord.
was on the bail and this offense has been put.
This is done while he was on bail.
Yes, ma'am. That may be verified. 307 offense was registered.
My lordship,
And
he
he
was
was
a
on bail?
co-accused. He was a co-accused in that
Accused or
matter.
co-accused. Do you dispute the fact that he was on bail while this offense was committed?
No, for not related to this, my lordship. That is just to be last year, my lordship.
કોઈ પણ કારણ હોય એ વ્યક્તિ જામીન પર હતો એ દરમિયાન આ ગુનો કર્યો છે કે નહીં?
My lordship, please to be seen. Page
How can-
number. No, that is, my lordship, he was on the
Yes or
bill.
no?
Yes, yes, he was on the bill, my lord.
Yes, that is sufficient.
My lordship.
Gentleman's statement also.
My lordship, please to be see the page number 29 may be seen, my lordship.
It must imply that it is under 164, but this also does not appear to be voluntary.
My lordship, this is just to be after.
That's
the
what I
3
was telling.
Yes.
It is after the 3 days, my lordship, it's on tutor version. My lordship, page 29 may be seen, my lordship.
Yes.
As far as medical evidence is concerned, my lordship, page
Yes.
29,
Yes.
that middle part of that,
Yes.
that mark of the recent injury, if the present in the no mark in struggle,
Yes.
and my lordship, no any injury found all over the body, my lordship.
Yes, because you have
Even-
threatened her. You are an accused person in
No.
a 307 matter.
Even
Which
my
girl
lordship,
would try to resist you?
in the bottom
So
part,
she
my
succumbed
lordship,
to
the
your legal demand.
specific examination of a genital organs, my lordship, no injuries.
Maybe. Chalo, I'll take care of it. What do you want?
My lordship, it is just to be for 23 years, my lordship, and it is just to be just because
What
of
do
the
you
right,
want?
no medical
Your
evidence.
arguments are over. Now you will have to decide what.
My lordship, it is a delayed FIR.
Hello.
My lordship, if it is to be
Civil
seen,
Business Application number 7133 of 2023. I'm rejecting it.
please, my lordship, it is after the charge sheet.
Yes, by way of this application under section.
My lordship, looking to that, my lordship, no medical evidence is there. It is just to be
Now,
after the 3
allow
days.
me to pass order.
Please.
By way of this application under section 439 of CRPC, the applicant is seeking irregular bail in connection with FIR being CR number so and so registered under section so and so. Next. Heard learned advocate Mr. Sunil Trivedi for the applicant, learned APP Mr. Sharma and learned advocate Mr. Tushar Chaudhary for the original complainant. Next. As per the FIR registered by one Raghubai Hariram Joshi, he has stated that one of his daughter, that is the victim, on 10th of January 2023 at around 8 in the night left the home by saying that she is going to the residence of his brother. And thereafter, after some time, one of the cousin of the first informant told him that he saw a person forcibly taking the daughter of the complainant in a silver colored car. And therefore, they started searching for the daughter of the complainant. And ultimately at around 10:30 at night, that silver color car had come, and from the running car, the daughter of the complainant was dropped. The car was driven by the present applicant. And the daughter of the complainant, that is the victim, was very much afraid and started crying. Ultimately, once she was consoled, she submitted that while she used to go to the school, the present applicant used to meet her and talk to her at around 8 on the date of incident when she was going to her uncle's residence. The present applicant, along with one Gopalbhai Anadabai Joshi, came to her with a car without having any number plate and forcibly and forced her to sit in the car. The car was driven by co-accused Gopal, and ultimately the present applicant, who was sitting on the back seat of the car and held the victim girl, took it towards the canal and stopped the car near the canal, and ultimately twice the present applicant raped the victim girl. In view of that, the present applicant was arrested. Next. Heard learned advocate Mr. S.S. Trivedi for the applicant, who submitted that this is a case of love affair and the present applicant and victim have voluntarily gone out in the car, even as per the statement of, as per the medical
Medical
certificate,
certificate, no physical injury or no,
there are no injury marks on the body of the victim
or
and
even on the accused, my lordship. He
or
was also-
even on the body of the accused,
And my lordship, there is a delay of 3 days in an
and
FIR.
there is a delay
unexplained
of 3 days in registering the FIR. Any other submission?
My lordship, that has put, even that girl is just to be married, my lordship, that marriage certificate or marriage card is just to be annexed here, my lordship. So Pocso is not to be attracted, my lordship. That is on the page 37.
Learned advocate Mr. Trivedi further submitted that in view of the fact that before that incident took place on
15 1, my lord, January 20.
10th January 2023, whereas the marriage of the victim girl was scheduled on 27th of,
27/4/21.
she was married according to you.
Yeah, married.
Only
My,
marriage
my
was
lordship,
scheduled.
my
She was
lordship,
not married.
it was
It was
scheduled.
dropped. Whole
No, my
arrangement was
lordship,
dropped.
it was scheduled, but because of Corona, my lordship, it was postponed. And later on,
Mr.
marriage was
Mr.
solemnized.
Mr. Trivedi submitted that the present applicant's marriage was scheduled on 27th April 2021, which shows that the present applicant was major and therefore the relevant
And-
sections of Pocso could not have been invoked. Next, by making the aforesaid
My
submission,
lordship, one submission is just to be my lordship, just I am not means just for the sake of an argument that whatever that alleged of that Gopal Bhai, his uncle is just to be driving. He don't know the driving of the car. Man.
but I am
That
not
incident is
considering,
not at all to.
I am not considering his bail application.
Please, my lordship, if that submission can be considered.
If you want to record, I'll record and say that this is not his
But my lordship,
application.
looking to that, my lordship, that marriage is
I am-
concerned.
Your submission is over. Now I am dictating the order.
Please.
Yes. By making the aforesaid submission, learned advocate Mr. Trivedi prayed for enlarging the present applicant on regular bail. Next. Learned APP Mr. Utkarsh Sharma as well as learned advocate Mr. Tushar Chaudhary submitted that the girl, victim girl has in her statement categorically stated that she was raped contrary to her will by the present applicant as she was taken forcibly in a car. It was also pointed out by learned APP and learned advocate Mr. Tushar Chaudhary that the present applicant has committed this offense while he was on bail in connection with another offense, which is under section 307 of IPC. By pointing out the aforesaid fact, learned APP submitted that present applicant who is already facing charge in respect of another offense, which is of a serious nature under section 307 of IPC. And while on bail, he was expected to adhere to the conditions of bail. But despite that, he has committed this offense, which would go to show that present applicant is having criminal mindset. And therefore, considering the totality of facts and circumstances, he may not be enlarged on bail. It was also pointed out by learned APP Mr. Sharma that even if though the advocate for the applicant has produced an marriage invitation card indicating that the present applicant's marriage was scheduled on 27th of April 2021. However, the aforesaid aspect as well as the age of the present applicant are, if disputed by the present age of the victim, if disputed by the present applicant, are subject matter of evidence at the stage of trial and cannot be considered at this stage. Next, in view of that, learned APP Mr. Sharma and learned advocate Mr. Tushar Chaudhary prayed for dismissal of this application. Next, I have considered the submission made by learned advocate for the parties and perused the record. The record indicates that the victim girl has in no uncertain terms stated that she was forcibly taken in a car and where she was raped twice by the present applicant. I have also specifically put a query to learned advocate Mr. Sunil Trivedi appearing for the applicant that whether the fact that the present applicant is also involved in another offense under section 307 of IPC and whether the offense in question is committed by the present applicant while he was on bail is correct or not. Learned advocate Mr. Trivedi could not dispute the aforesaid fact, which also indicates the fact that the present applicant has committed this second offense while enjoying the bail in relation to an offense under section 307 of IPC. Therefore, if a person commits an offense while remaining on bail, coupled with the fact that the victim girl has categorically stated that she was not only forcibly taken in the car, but she was raped twice by the present applicant, are sufficient to deny bail to the present applicant. as far as the submission of Mr. Trivedi about the whether the victim girl is major or not, and whether the relevant sections of Pocso can be applicable in the facts of the case or not, are the subject matter which would require evidence, and therefore the same can be considered at the stage of trial. In view of above, considering the totality of facts and circumstances, as well as considering the statement of victim girl, as also considering the fact that the present applicant has committed this offense while remaining on bail in connection with another offense under section 307 of the IPC, I don't deem it appropriate to enlarge present applicant on bail. In view of that, present application is required to be dismissed and same is dismissed accordingly. Please. I'm not. Temporary bail.
Supplementary board. Serial number 1. Parting person, Mohammad Iftiak Rafiq Bhai Sheikh.
सरेंडर हो जाइए।
सर बच्चों की फीस का
Sorry.
अरेंजमेंट हुआ नहीं है सर
14 दिन
Please,
इसीलिए आपको दिए थे।
सर arrangement
मैं खारिज
please,
कर
sir,
रहा हूँ, आपको
please,
विड्रॉ करनी है या खारिज करने का ऑर्डर चाहिए?
please, sir,
मैं
please, एक
एक्सटेंड नहीं कर रहा हूँ,
एक
सॉरी।
request है, please,
चलिए।
sir, arrangement हुआ नहीं है सर प्लीज
By way of this application for extension of temporary bail, the applicant has prayed for extension of
Please,
temporary
sir,
bail for a period of 30 days on the ground of payment of fees of his children who are studying in the
Please, sir.
school. Next.
एक वीक का
I
नेक्स्ट
have considered the application preferred by the applicant coupled with the fact that present applicant was enlarged on temporary bail for a period of 27th of June 2023 till 10th of July 2023 on the ground of providing financial assistance to the family and for managing fund for school fees of his children. Considering the fact that though sufficient time
Sir,
of 2
please.
weeks was given to the applicant has not availed the same and is seeking further extension of for a period of 30 days. In view of considering the totality of facts and circumstances, I don't deem it appropriate to consider this application in view of the fact that for the very ground, the applicant was granted temporary bail for a period of 14 days. In view of that, the present application is required to be dismissed and same is dismissed accordingly. Chalo.
Serial number 2, parting person, Ramesh alias Rampu Ranchod Bhai Mulia.
By way of this application for extension of temporary bail, the applicant is seeking temporary bail for providing extension of temporary bail for on the ground of house repairing, considering the fact that the present applicant was granted temporary bail for a period of 15 days. Mister, this order dated 2nd of June 2023. Yes, granted 7. Selective. Granted 1 week's temporary bail to the present applicant to provide the financial assistance to the family. Wide order dated 2nd June 2023 and the applicant was actually released on 2nd of July 2023. As it can be seen from the jail remarks. Considering the fact that now the present applicant wants further extension of temporary bail for a period of 15 days for house repairing, considering the totality of facts and circumstances, temporary bail granted to the present applicant is extended for a period of 1 week on the same terms and conditions. 1 week.
Serial number 3,
અગાઉમાં પણ extension જ હતું.